Continuing our discussion about estimating uncollectible amounts, the second way to estimate this amount is the percent of accounts receivable method, or the balance sheet approach. When using this method, the ending balance of allowance for bad debts or accounts is calculated by taking the year-end accounts receivable amount, multiplying that by the bad debt percentage. Now, this gets you the allowance for doubtful accounts ending balance, but we have to take it a step further to figure out what the doubtful account or bad debt expense should be by comparing this amount we just calculated as the ending balance for allowance for doubtful accounts to the balance for that account. For an example, we have a JC company with $50,000 in its accounts receivable and $300 in its allowance for doubtful accounts on December 31st, year 2, before any adjustments. JC estimates that it will be unable to collect 5% of its accounts receivable balance. Using the percent of accounts receivable method, what is the doubtful account expense or the bad debt expense? So in the first step, again, referring back to this formula, we should first figure out the allowance for doubtful account ending balance. So in order to do that, we need to take the year-end accounts receivable balance, which the problem told us was $50,000. We need to multiply that against the bad debt percentage. In this case, it's 5%. So we get an ending allowance for doubtful account amount of $2,500. Now we need to figure out what the bad debt expense should be by comparing this ending allowance for doubtful accounts balance to its beginning balance. So we just determine the ending balance is $2,500 and the beginning balance is $300 based on the question or the problem. So we take ending minus beginning, we get a bad debt expense needed in order to get the allowance for doubtful account to the ending balance we calculated of $2,200. So this bad debt expense amount is also referred to as the doubtful account expense, and this will show up on the